Have you ever felt a subtle pull, like a whisper from beyond the veil of ordinary life, calling you towards something greater? My fellow seeker, what if there was a hidden doorway within your mind, an inner portal waiting to reveal entire realms of insight and wisdom? Ancient mystics speak of a third eye, an elusive gateway that can expand our perception far beyond the five senses. But is it myth or a path to deeper truth? Imagine glimpsing the unseen threads of energy weaving through every moment, guiding you toward a profound understanding of yourself and the cosmos. Have you ever wondered if your thoughts, your dreams, and your intuition are clues to a grander tapestry of reality? Prepare to explore the mysteries that lie within, to journey past the limits of the visible world. Together, let us embark on a quest for the secret vision hidden in plain sight, awakening an inner eye that just might change the way you see everything. Are you ready to take the first step? Have you ever found yourself gazing up at the night sky, sensing an undercurrent of magic woven through the silent tapestry of stars? Perhaps a feeling tugs at the edges of your awareness, an intuition that there is far more to life than the daily routines and predictable rhythms that fill our days. Soul traveler, if you've ever stood on the brink of a sunset or wandered beneath moonlight with a sense of curious wonder, then you've already heard the whisper of your own inner vision calling out to you. What if that whisper is, in truth, the echo of an eye that sees beyond the physical, the same third eye spoken of in countless spiritual traditions throughout history? Let us begin with a simple question. What does it mean to truly see? Most of us rely on our eyes to navigate the world, identifying shapes, colors, and forms. Yet, ancient wisdom suggests another kind of sight exists beyond the realm of material objects. Think of it as a doorway nestled deep within the mind, a seat of intuition that offers clarity, creativity, and spiritual insight. From the esoteric teachings of ancient Egypt to the meditative practices in the East, the third eye has remained a cherished concept, revered as the gateway to higher consciousness. But is this more than a fanciful metaphor? Imagine waking each day with a heightened awareness of subtle energies swirling around you, energies that color your emotions, guide your insights, and reveal underlying patterns in your life. Envision a realm where intuition feels as tangible as your own heartbeat, and inner guidance becomes a trusted companion on your path. Many seekers describe this as aligning with the quiet wisdom of the third eye, an internal compass that nudges us gently toward our deepest truths. Of course, discussions of the third eye often raise bigger questions. What happens after we die? Can we truly transcend this world? While these queries might feel lofty, they are also profoundly human. Curiosity about life's greatest mysteries has stirred within our species for millennia. If nothing else, exploring the possibilities surrounding a non-physical vision can open us up to the awe and majesty that often go unnoticed in our hectic, everyday existence. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, there is more to our story than meets the eye, literally. Yet, in the modern world, talk of such mystical insights can seem out of place, relegated to dusty tomes or obscure spiritual circles. You might wonder, is there any real science behind this? Interestingly, some researchers have studied the pineal gland, a tiny, pine-cone-shaped organ in the center of the brain, long associated with the third eye in various spiritual traditions. While science cannot definitively prove that this gland is a psychic gateway, studies hint at its role in regulating circadian rhythms, secreting melatonin, and possibly influencing our perception of reality. Could it be that ancient teachings about the pineal gland and the third eye were early glimpses of a truth we're only beginning to understand? The two figures slowly move closer, toward the light. Despite the allure of scientific insight, one can easily get lost in the quest for hard evidence. The real essence of the third eye often emerges through personal experience, through practices like meditation, dream work, and self-reflection. In many spiritual traditions, seekers are encouraged to feel their way into the mysteries rather than intellectualize them. This isn't meant to dismiss logical inquiry. Rather, it invites us to stretch beyond conventional knowledge and see what lies on the periphery of our awareness. So, fellow seeker, can you imagine a moment where you sense that life itself is humming with significance, where synchronicities appear like secret messages, guiding your steps? By exploring your third eye, you embark on a journey to notice these subtle moments, to honor them, and maybe even harness them for greater understanding. In some ways, it's like learning a new language, one of symbols, inner nudges, and intuitive flashes that can lead to transformative insights if you're attentive enough to follow. But before we venture further, you might ask, why open this eye at all? You might wonder if life is simpler without the challenges of deeper insight. And that question is valid. After all, awakening to new layers of perception can change you. With expanded awareness often comes a sense of responsibility to grow, to evolve, to live more authentically. You might discover a longing to create positive change in the world once you glimpse its hidden tapestry. The once dormant part of your being might stir, urging you to follow your intuition, connect more genuinely with others, and find your true calling. For some, the cost of ignoring this silent calling is greater than the uncertainty of the unknown. In these next chapters, we will explore the terrain of the third eye from multiple angles. We'll walk through basic meditation practices that guide you inward, offering gentle ways to still the mind and sense the currents flowing beyond the physical senses. We'll discuss time-honored philosophies that have nurtured seekers for centuries, distilling their essence into simple, modern approaches. We'll also address common fears or uncertainties that can arise when we begin to perceive more than meets the ordinary eye. Pause for a moment and take a slow, deep breath. Inhale and consider your own journey. What has led you to this moment of quiet curiosity? Exhale and feel yourself settle into a receptive space. This simple exercise, as you'll soon discover, already places you on the path to heightened awareness. If you let it, your breath can become a bridge between the mundane and the mystical, guiding you toward the awareness of that hidden eye. Even as we delve deeper, some mysteries will remain, for part of the magic lies in the unknown. We are dealing with realms of consciousness that defy neat explanation, like trying to capture moonlight in a jar. Yet let us lean into this wonder, embracing the awe that reminds us how vast and intricate our inner world truly is. Think of this journey as an invitation to step closer to the core of who you are, a vibrant being of consciousness with the capacity to perceive, intuit, and create in ways you've yet to fully imagine. By the time we conclude our exploration, you might find your understanding of sight transformed. Whether you sense a gentle opening behind your forehead or simply notice your everyday perspective shift, the power of the third eye could become an integral part of your life, a gateway to wisdom and insight that continually unveils itself. Until then, let curiosity lead. Stay open, stay present, and trust that the path is unfolding exactly as it should. Our adventure together has only just begun, he said. Have you ever stood in a quiet space, fellow seeker, feeling as though the world itself was whispering secrets just beyond the threshold of hearing? Like the hushed rustle of leaves before dawn, there is an invitation that often tugs at our awareness, urging us to look deeper than our everyday perceptions. This subtle invitation can be seen as the call of your inner vision, a gentle nudge reminding you that your consciousness holds vast, uncharted terrains ready to be explored. In many ancient traditions, this hidden capacity for deeper sight is not merely a poetic metaphor, but a tangible faculty often referred to as the third eye. When we speak of this eye, we aren't discussing something literal in the middle of your forehead. Instead, we're pointing to a profound inner sense that perceives the energetic tapestry underlying physical reality. Some might call it intuition, Others speak of it as the seat of spiritual insight. Regardless of the label, the message is the same. There is more to life than we can see with our physical eyes. Imagine walking through a dense fog, able to make out only the outlines of the world around you. Then picture that fog gently lifting, revealing hidden paths, shimmering colors, and the soft glow of a sunrise you hadn't even realized existed. That is often how the awakening of the third eye feels, like stumbling upon layers of beauty, meaning, and spiritual resonance, where before there was only the mundane. A single moment, a single glimpse, can be enough to plant a seed of curiosity. But why would someone choose to embark on this journey? For many, it begins with a longing, a subtle ache to understand themselves and the world on a deeper level. Others are captivated by stories of mystics and seers, of visionaries who tapped into unseen forces to heal, create, or prophesize. And there are those who, through personal struggle or life-altering events, find themselves pushed toward introspection. Have you ever wondered if your dreams, your inklings, and your gut feelings are offering you a glimpse of what lies beyond your familiar reality? It is possible. To create a firm foundation for this exploration, let us root ourselves in the concept of mindfulness. Mindfulness is that state of being fully present, of bringing your awareness gently into the current moment. When you become mindful, you might notice the soft rustle of your own breath, the gentle beating of your heart, and the subtle shifts in your body's energy. Through simple mindfulness exercises, like taking slow, deep breaths or consciously relaxing your muscles, you begin to carve a path inward. This inward path is where the work of activating your third eye begins in earnest. Yet it's important to remember that this journey often unfolds gradually. Just as a flower requires proper soil, sunlight, and water to bloom, your inner vision awakens through dedicated care and consistent practice. In this stage, it's less about focusing on grand cosmic revelations and more about cultivating stillness within. Ask yourself, when was the last time I truly allowed myself to be silent, to sit quietly with my thoughts and simply notice them? The more you develop this spacious awareness, the clearer your inner world becomes, making room for subtle insights to appear. It might help to see this stage as preparing a sacred garden. Each mindful breath, each moment of quiet reflection, and each decision to turn your attention inward is like planting a seed. Over time, these seeds of mindfulness can grow, opening the door to heightened perception. And as your vision deepens, you'll find yourself drawn to the next stage of your journey, clearing away the blockages that obscure your ability to see with the eye of intuition. Imagine holding a beautiful handcrafted lens through which you can view the world. Over time, that lens may accumulate smudges, dust, or tiny cracks, so small you barely notice them. Yet these imperfections distort your view, dulling what was once bright and clear. In the context of your inner vision, these smudges are the mental and emotional blockages that prevent you from seeing life's deeper currents. The journey toward a more awakened third eye isn't just about learning mystical techniques or reading esoteric texts. It also involves taking an honest look at your inner landscape. Old wounds, fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs can act like veils that cloud your perception. Fellow traveler, have you ever felt the weight of unrelated emotions influencing your choices? Even when those emotions seemed unrelated to the moment at hand, that weight can hinder the free flow of intuitive insight, making it difficult to trust the subtle messages from within. The first step in cleansing the lens often involves acknowledgement. Just as a gardener carefully removes weeds to give their plants room to grow, we too must confront the inner knots that bind us. This might involve journaling, reflecting on past experiences that shaped our current worldview, or engaging in forms of therapy that support emotional healing. You could visualize it as unraveling a tightly wound ball of yarn. Each layer peeled back reveals new aspects of yourself, some tender and raw, others surprisingly resilient. Yet addressing emotional blockages doesn't always have to be heavy or burdensome. Think of it as clearing out a cluttered attic. Yes, you might come across dusty boxes filled with old memories and unexpected emotions, but with each item you dust off and sort through, you discover a sense of freedom and clarity. You may even find hidden treasures, lessons, strengths, or insights about yourself you never knew were there. This stage also highlights the importance of self-compassion. It's easy to judge ourselves for having messy emotions or persistent fears. But consider this: every unresolved feeling exists for a reason, often carrying a message about what you need for wholeness. Allowing yourself the grace to feel and process each emotion can become a powerful gateway to deeper self-awareness. In letting go of shame, blame, or the fear of vulnerability, you clear the path for your inner vision to shine more brightly. At times, you might feel resistance. You may wonder if revisiting old wounds is truly necessary for activating the third eye. But remember, when we allow ourselves to be honest with our pain, we unlock the potential to heal. As the emotional storm subsides and the mental clutter disperses, an expansive sense of stillness can take its place. In that stillness, your intuitive senses have room to breathe, to communicate, and to guide you forward. Reflect for a moment. What emotions or beliefs might be keeping you from fully trusting your intuition? How might your life look if those blockages were released? Sometimes simply bringing awareness to these questions can ignite transformation. As you continue to work through this process of cleansing, you set the stage for the real gems of your inner vision to emerge, leading you gracefully into the next phase, actively cultivating the third eye through time-honored techniques and practices. Now that you've begun to establish a mindful foundation and are clearing away the blockages that cloud your sight, it's time to focus on the art of gazing beyond. In this stage, we shift from inward reflection to purposeful action, exploring practical techniques designed to awaken and strengthen your inner vision. Can you imagine tapping into a wellspring of insight that not only guides your personal decisions, but also deepens your understanding of the universe at large? This is where theory meets practice. One of the most accessible methods for stimulating the third eye involves meditation, a centuries-old practice revered in many spiritual traditions. Start by finding a quiet space where you can sit comfortably. Close your physical eyes and gently direct your attention to the space between your eyebrows. This area, often called the brow chakra in ancient yogic teachings, as you breathe slowly and evenly, imagine each inhalation bringing in light and energy, and each exhalation releasing stress or tension. Over time, you may begin to sense a gentle pulsation or tingling in that region, a sign that your awareness is beginning to focus there. Beyond meditation, visualization can serve as a powerful tool. Picture, if you will, a radiant indigo or violet flame glowing at the center of your forehead. This flame represents the light of your inner wisdom. With each breath, envision that flame growing brighter, illuminating the hidden corners of your consciousness. There's no need to strain or force this imagery. Allow it to unfold naturally, like a flower blossoming in the morning sun. Another practice involves breath work, such as alternate nostril breathing, nadi shodhana. By consciously balancing the flow of breath between your left and right nostrils, you encourage harmony between the logical, left brain aspects of your mind. This balance can create a receptive mental space where insight flourishes. For some, crystals and aromatherapy add a tactile dimension to third eye cultivation. Stones like amethyst or lapis lazuli, when placed on the brow center, are said to resonate with the energy of higher perception. Similarly, essential oils like frankincense, sandalwood, or clary sage can be diffused during meditation, their scents subtly nudging your mind toward introspection and calm. While these elements aren't strictly necessary, they can enhance the sensory aspect of your practice, making it feel sacred and deeply nourishing. Throughout these exercises, remain aware of your internal voice, Do you notice any doubts, hesitations, or fleeting inspirations? Keep a journal close by to capture any symbolic images, intuitive hits, or emotional shifts that arise. Over time, patterns may emerge, specific dreams, synchronicities, or repeated messages that point you toward deeper truths. Reflect for a moment. What happens when you consciously devote time each day, even just 10 minutes, to cultivate your inner vision? You might find that your stress levels decrease, your senses sharpen, and your intuitive nudges become clearer. By adopting these methods with sincerity and patience, you're effectively polishing the lens of your perception, preparing it to perceive the subtleties and wonders that lie just beyond ordinary sight. Now, with these techniques in hand, you stand at the threshold of something greater, the possibility of integrating this newfound vision into your daily life. This is where the real magic begins, for it is one thing to glimpse beyond the veil, and quite another to live in alignment with your expanded understanding. Mr. Edwards, have they found it on you yet? Something impossible? As your third eye awakens, you'll likely notice subtle shifts in how you perceive the world. Perhaps you feel more attuned to the moods of people around you, or you begin to experience a sense of unity with nature, as though a quiet song resonates beneath every leaf and grain of sand. These changes, while beautiful, can also be challenging. Have you ever experienced a moment of clarity so profound that it reshaped your understanding of reality? That's the kind of transformation we're talking about, yet it's only the beginning. True integration involves weaving your newfound insights seamlessly into the fabric of your daily life. Consider how an artist, upon discovering new colors, finds infinite ways to blend them into their canvas. Similarly, when you perceive deeper layers of existence, you begin to approach everyday situations from a place of intuitive knowing. You might find yourself spontaneously offering comfort to a friend who hasn't yet shared their troubles, or making choices guided more by an inner sense of alignment than by external pressures. This stage also underscores the importance of humility. As your inner vision expands, it can be tempting to feel you've unlocked a grand secret that others may not yet recognize. But it's vital to remember that the third eye isn't about separating yourself from those less aware. Instead, it invites a sense of compassion for all beings, as you realize everyone walks their own unique path of discovery. Rather than seeing yourself as superior, you might view yourself as a loving steward, someone who can gently illuminate the way for others who feel drawn to explore. A crucial aspect of embracing this expanded reality is staying grounded. The more you open to subtle energies, the more important it becomes to remain centered in practical life. Daily rituals, like conscious breathing, journaling, or simply enjoying the warmth of sunlight on your skin, help anchor your insights in the here and now. Many find that combining spiritual practice with physical exercise, such as yoga or tai chi, helps maintain a balanced flow of energy through the body. Yet, even as you integrate this higher perception, the mystery remains. Life continues to offer questions without immediate answers, and that's perfectly okay. The awakened third eye isn't a magic wand that solves all of life's riddles. It's more like a lantern, illuminating the path so you can walk it with heightened awareness. With time, you'll likely discover that each new step reveals deeper layers of understanding, prompting fresh questions and an ever-unfolding dance of spiritual evolution. Pause now and consider. How does seeing beyond the surface enrich your experience of life? Does it shape the way you connect with friends, family, or even strangers on the street? Have you noticed a growing sense of awe as you witness the interconnectedness of all things? These reflections can guide you toward meaningful changes and choices that resonate with your evolving perspective. Finally, remember that this journey is a continual unfolding. By embracing your inner vision, you open yourself to infinite discovery, a process that will accompany you through the seasons of your life. Each day brings fresh opportunities to refine your intuitive skills, deepen your compassion, and let your third eye guide you toward greater harmony with yourself and the world around you. Let the spirit of curiosity and reverence be your compass, and trust that as you expand your sight, the path you walk will shine ever brighter, revealing wonders you once only dreamed were possible. As our journey draws to a close, take a moment, fellow seeker, to reflect on all you have discovered. We began by listening to the subtle call of inner vision, that mysterious pull urging us beyond everyday perception. From there, we explored the importance of cleansing the lens of our mind and heart, gently freeing ourselves from the clutter of unprocessed emotions and limiting beliefs. Next, we turned our focus to gazing beyond, diving into practical techniques like meditation, visualization, and breath work to awaken the third eye and invite intuitive insight. Finally, we stepped into the realm of embracing the expanded reality, weaving these discoveries into the tapestry of our daily lives in a way that balances wonder with groundedness. Through each of these stages, a common theme has emerged. The essence of the third eye isn't about escaping this world, but perceiving it more clearly. By shining the light of awareness on our inner landscape, we begin to see the world around us with greater compassion, understanding, and awe. The path can be as transformative as it is enigmatic, reminding us that life's greatest mysteries often beckon us to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep expanding our horizons. Yet, even now, perhaps you sense there is more to learn, new facets of your consciousness waiting to be uncovered. How might your relationships shift if you consistently tuned into these deeper layers of perception? What fresh insights might emerge if you allowed your inner vision to guide your decisions every day? As naturally and unimpededly as you breathe in your sleep, these are open-ended questions, meant not to find definite answers, but to spark a thoughtful flame in your heart. One that may continue glowing long after you've set this script aside. Remember that the awakening of your third eye is as personal as it is universal. We each carry our own stories, our own traumas, and our own triumphs, all of which shape the lens through which we view the world. No two journeys of expanded sight will ever be identical, and that is part of the beauty. In sharing your experiences, whether they be moments of sudden intuition or subtle stirrings of insight, you help weave a collective tapestry of higher understanding. As we part ways for now, I invite you to keep the conversation alive. Share your reflections, your questions, and even your doubts in the comments below. Perhaps you'll discover kindred spirits who have walked a similar path, or gain fresh perspectives from those on a different leg of the journey. If you found resonance here, consider subscribing and sharing this video with others who might also be seeking an expanded sense of sight. After all, there is something deeply uplifting about walking this path in community, knowing that you are not alone in your quest. So let this sense of wonder remain. Let curiosity be your guide, and let your third eye, this timeless gateway to infinite possibility, become a companion on your path of self-discovery. Remember, every question you ask and every insight you embrace is another step in an ongoing cosmic dance. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, may your inner vision continue to blossom, lighting the way forward into realms both seen and unseen.